Today we're working on the Romance by Méhul. Welcome back. Welcome to the studio. My name is Cassie and I'm a professional violist and teaching artist. So today we're working on the Romance and I wanted to talk through a few things before we begin. At the very beginning, we're in second position. If you're not sure how to find that, where your 3 usually goes, you have to replace that with your 2. So we're going to do a couple exercises to find that. Let's go to playing position, and I'm going to just play F on the C string. And I'm going to take my 2, which should be an E natural, and I'm going to slide a half step up to that, or shift a half step up to that. Let's try that one more time. Play F, and then shift up with your 2. So that's where our starting pitch is. Now obviously we can't do that in performance. So what I do is I tap, and I'm going to get closer so you can see that. I'm going to tap my 3rd finger so I hear the pitch, and I'm going to replace that with my 2. As long as those pitches match, I should be in good shape for my starting and second position. Now we do have a lot of shifts in this piece too, so the fingerings that are indicated are good. Anytime you see a new finger, that's usually a shift. For instance, at the end of measure 4, we have a 1 indicated over that last note, indicating a shift back to first position. And then the very next note, there's a 1 indicated back to second position. So as you go through this piece, if you have trouble shifting, I'm going to post a link down below in the comments to a video that I made on shifting, and maybe that's helpful for you. But again, if you're struggling, please post a question in the comments. I'm happy to help from afar. Also, on the 4th line down, we have a change of clef. So we started in alto clef and we changed to treble clef. And as violists, we need to know both of those. So if that's a struggle for you, let me know. I have a worksheet that might help with that. Just reach out in the comments below and I'm happy to share that with you. The last thing I wanted to go over, we've got some double stops and some crazy fast notes at the bottom of that page. So the double stops are just 2 strings sounding at once. So let's go to playing position. And here we're already in second position. So I'm going to put my 2 on G. And you remember how to find that from our previous exercise. Let's double check that. I'm using my string below to make sure that my G's in the right spot. And the note above that is E flat, so my fingers will touch across the string. If you need a song reference to know if that's in tune, this is the Entertainer. But you can also use a tuner, which I highly recommend using a tuner to just double check those fingerings. So here we're in second position. Next double stop is a 1 and a 2 touching across the strings. So again, ways to practice that. We could finger both notes, put both fingers down for both notes, but only play the top note or the bottom note. For instance, I could play E flat, D. That was the top note, so I could just do the bottom notes. Make sure you're not cheating by only using one finger. The whole point is to practice the feeling of the double stop, so both fingers go down when you're practicing that. We've got one more set of double stops right at the end, so let's go over those as well. The first one is a low 1 and 2 not touching across the string, and we're going to start up bow on that one. Then open and low first finger. Then hop that 1 over to the D string with open A. Hop it back. Then set your 2 first and climb your 3 up a whole step away. And then the last one's back to open and low 1. So the same way we practiced those previous double stops of doing 1 finger at a time but placing both fingers is a good idea here, and always using a tuner to just double check your intonation if you're not quite sure if it's in tune. And then the last thing I want to do is the very last line with those crazy fast notes. So we're going to do this very slowly and we're going to do it with separate bows. So this tempo. Ready? Go. Make sure you've got your B flats and E flats in there. Those are indicated in our key signature. Now I'm going to slur 4 notes at a time. So we're kind of working our way up to that really long slur. So 4 notes slurred. Ready? Go. Good. Now we're going to do 8 notes slurred. Ready? Go. Try that same thing with just going a little bit faster with the tempo. 1 and 2 and ready, go. One of the common issues that you might run into is that you're running out of bow or you're not using quite enough bow. So to combat that, we're going to do that same tempo, but we're going to use stop bows. So what I mean by that is I'm going to put a stop after every single note. With the goal being to use a full bow for each of those slurs. So let's try that. Set your bow at the frog, and we're going to do some stop bows. Ready? Go. Now this is not supposed to sound good. If it sounds a little crunchy, that's okay. Let's try that measured out stop bow version one more time. Ready? Go. Great, now I think we're ready to do the slurs as indicated. So that first slur goes all the way to the D, and then we've got a shorter up bow slur starting on the C. So let's do the slur as indicated, no stops this time. Ready? And here we go. Let's try to speed that up this time, a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Great, let's do that one more time, even a little bit faster. 1 and 2 and ready, go. That's pretty much concert tempo. So again, if you've got trouble with that, start with separate bows, then 4 notes per bow, 8 notes per bow, the slurs as indicated, but slower tempo, and then speed that tempo up, or even use stop bows if you're just running out of bow. I think we're ready for our slow and our fast playthrough. If you want to skip the slow playthrough, just check in the comments. I do post the time markers in there, and you can skip ahead. So my quarter note equals 40 right now, and we're going to start right at the beginning. Check your bow hold, curvy thumb, curvy pinky, and then find second position. Remember to your tap and match it. 1 and 2. Nice job on that slow playthrough. Now we're ready for our fast playthrough. My quarter note equals 60. Check your nice straight wrist, tap 3, find 2. We're ready to start in second position. And I'll count 1 and 2. 1 and 2. much for joining me today. I really hope you found this video useful. If you still have questions or comments or things that you're just struggling with, please post those in the comments below. I really do enjoy reading those. Happy practicing.